Yo, what is good? What is bracking? It's your boy, the DJC, aka the Don Carlos, and welcome back to another TWAB this week here on DJ's Destiny. You know what I mean? 10/22/2020. Let's get it. Let's get it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we just out here, we vibing. You might ask yourself, why wasn't there a TWAB video last week? And I was like, well, here's the plan. I'm only gonna do 12 videos if I think the week is important. So it's not gonna be one every week, but if there's something like super important that I think it's that's worth making a video about, then we out here. We out here. So yeah, this week at Bungie, this bro, I read this last night. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? We out here, dog. We out here. We out here. So let's just jump right into it. Don't forget to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. Y'all been going crazy on the support, especially the reaction videos. They going brazy, dog. They going brazy. So we just out here. We're gonna bring it. We're gonna bring you more content more consistently because this game is Pog Champ. We out here balling. Let's get it, dog. Let's get it. So anyway, this week at Bungie, 10/22/2020. This week at Bungie, we talk about story and sandbox. Before we kick off this TWAB, I have to ask, have you watched the new story trailer for Beyond Light yet? No? While you aren't going to dive deeply into the spoiler territory between now and launch, this is a moment where we say it's time for you to go dark if you're looking to experience the expansion with no knowledge of what's coming. If you're hungry, it's time to dig in. So yeah, we got our Beyond Light story trailer, right? You already know, we already did the video for this, so you know, go check it out, go check it out. Go check it out. Check that thing out. Check it out. Anyway, Aramis is on a warpath. Varix warns of catastrophe. The Exo Stranger has been waiting for you. A few extra details can be found in the Beyond Light story page on Bungie.net. Jump in if you would like to know more. Soon you'll be exploring Europa in search of answers, whether you be a lone wolf or a part of a fire team. We'll leave that path for you to walk. Alright, yeah. So now we got the fire. We got the fire. 110 meet 120. All right, we out here. All right. So 2 weeks ago we began a conversation about sandbox tuning for Beyond Light. Armor modifications are getting some hefty changes from reloads to raids. If you missed it, go check it out. Go check out our October 8th TWAB. We did that. Definitely, if you want my breakdown on that, definitely go check that out after this video. Our October 8th TWAB this week. Our focus shifts to the weapons in your arsenal. As with our mods preview, we have a collection of patch notes accompanied by developer commentary. Alright, are we ready? It's just alright, we ready? So let's pass the microphone over to the dev team for some juicy details. Dev team, well, hello. Today we'll be covering some changes to a few specific weapons and weapon families. For those of you who do not For those of you who do not have much knowledge of our sandbox, each weapon has a specific frame that is almost tied to the associated rate of fire, or ROF. I usually just relate it to RPM, but it doesn't matter. Rate of fire, which includes both of these for a bit of clarity, as many players default to ROF, or I'm just gonna say RPM. I'm just gonna say RPM. I know it says ROF, but it's basically the same thing. To the RPM, we're talking about various weapons. As an example, the aggressive hand cannon currently has an RPM of 110 rounds per minute. Hand cannons. We're making changes to give hand cannon subfamilies more diversity and more reasons to use each. Aggressive hand cannons, aka your Duke. Mark 44, or your Criminal's Dagger. Increase the RPM from 110 to 120. That's a whole 10 extra rounds per minute. Well, it increases the rate by 10, I should say. That's not an actual 10 rounds. Broke out aggressive hand cannons allow custom tuning of stats. Damage fall off for 100 meters in the subfamily now starts at 32 meters. Nice. So, you know, now that not only did their rate of fire get increased, but also their damage fall off, the range for it is extended. So you can have more damage fall off. So a rangefinder Criminal's Dagger, which I might be farming for come next IB. If the next IB starts before the season, I'm gonna go get me one of those, though. I'm gonna give me one of those. But that's gonna be hot. So then we got adaptive and precision frame. The range stat now has more impact on minimum damage fall off for both archetypes. So damage fall off for 100 range now starts at 25 meters, was 20 meters. So they're giving hand cannons a little bit extra range. Precision hand cannons, 180 rounds per minute. Scaled by magazine scaled by 137 rounds per minute. I'm pretty sure that the precision frame, even though it's 180, this is like the Achilles hand cannon that you can get from Prophecy or from you get it from Prophecy, or right now you can get it from Escalation Protocol. But they're getting their magazine size increased by 37%, so that's nice. I'm pretty sure Luna's Howl is also a precision frame, which means that's nice. No, this will also affect exotics with this rate of fire. Nice. Oh, wait, hold on. Nice. Anyway, lightweight folded into adaptive. Moved all lightweight hand cannons rate 150 to adaptive frame 140. This includes Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten. Oh, it is lightweight frame. I didn't know that. Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten. One exotic hand cannon will retain 150. We're all gonna leave it to speculation. It's beautiful with the solar damage. It makes enemies explode. It's unshot. At this time, lightweight 150 RPM hand cannons represent the majority of hand cannon usage in the Crucible. While we experimented with many different ways to even out lightweight and adaptive frames, lightweight hand cannons consistently retain a faster time to kill. As such, we opted to equalize their RPM. We've selected... Okay, hold on. So let me break this part down. So, there will no longer be any lightweight hand cannons anymore. So every hand cannon that was lightweight is gonna have the same rate of fire as Thorn. So that includes, that includes Lumina, that includes Luna's and Now Forgotten. Even though 2 of those guns are getting sunset. People will still use them in Crucible. They just can't use them in top tier Crucible activities or story mode activities or anything that scales higher than 160. They're literally useless. But anyway, so like I was saying, let me bring it back. So your spare rations is no longer going to be the best gun in the video game, because you can't like run at the speed of sound and you can't fire like a crazy person all the time, because you know spare rations just 3 taps you. And I'm pretty sure Dire Promise is in that family as well. So yay, nerfing hand cannons that shoot extremely fast and kill you, and there's not really much you can do about it because you just fall over and die. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, we selected 140 rate of fire as a fairly balanced in the Crucible sandbox. It gives other weapon archetypes more time to breathe between shots, avoids an overabundance of hand cannons with faster time to kills than other weapons, and pairs nicely with the upcoming 600 RPM auto rifle. Oh yeah, you understand? I've been waiting for this nerf. I've been waiting. It's been 2 seasons. It's been 2. Uno dos. You don't understand. 600 RPM is busted. Anyway, so yeah, they're getting nerfed, which is great, which allows more outbreak time. You know what I mean? Keep your eyes, if you're a pulse rifle user, keep your eyes peeled for that outbreak. If you're a high impact frame auto rifle user, keep your eyes peeled for that, you know, that age old bond, because that's getting carried over. You know what I mean? Ooh. Not only that, but 720 RPM auto rifles, your Reckless Oracle, keep your eyes out, keep your eyes peeled for that, because you already know, this shit finna be fire, dog. It's finna be fire. So yeah, we out here. We vibing, we baking it. Anyway, so let's keep it reading. So like I said, hand cannons, bottom end hand cannons, so the high impact frame hand cannons, which are the least used, are getting pulled up, and the higher rate rate of fire hand cannons, which are the most used, are being brought down. So most hand cannons now will have the same rate of fire as Thorn. The only thing that they won't I think the only exception to that is, oops, I'm on the wrong thing, is 180 rate of fire hand cannons, which is, I'm not sure what those are going to be. I'm Like I'm said, I'm fairly certain that the Achilleos hand cannon is one of the few high precision frame hand cannons. So we'll see. We will see. Anyway, so sniper rifle changes. We want sniper rifles to feel powerful without being too easy to use. That they dominate. So we adjusted the aim assist. Uh, how aim assist is affected by sniper rifle zoom level. Lower zoom scopes have less aim assist. Higher zooms have more. Scopes around 50 are unchanged. The lowest zoom scopes now have a large reduction in aim assist cone angle. The highest scopes have a small increase. Okay, they just added aim assist, reduced the aim assist to low scope sniper rifles. So your Revoker and your Beloveds don't have as high aim assist. What they should do, honestly, is just give Beloved and give freaking give Beloved and give Revoker a bajillion flinch. I don't care if they're gonna get sunsetted and you can't use them in like trials next season. Just give them a billion flinch. That's what you need to balance them. Because as it stands right now, you can get into a fight with a Revoker or a freaking Beloved, get the first hit, and then they still just headshot you because, you know, reasons. Because those guns deserve to just be the best guns in the video game. Just give them a billion flinch, dog. Just literally just give them a billion flinch. Anyway, yeah, this is the best change. This is the best change. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Auto rifles. In Season of the Worthy, the adaptive archetype 600 RPM was given a buff. You don't say. That's when Hardlight was freaking busted out of its mind, and I really wish that it wasn't. But it did get nerfed. It did get nerfed. However, all the other 600 RPM auto rifles were not. Anyway, we're pulling back a little to keep it in check with other auto rifle archetypes. Thank God. Adaptive frame. Damage per bullet reduced from 15.75 to 14.25. Nope, prior to Season of the Worthy, the bullet damage was 13.75. Now, what does this mean? Instead of getting 2 whole extra points of damage, right, you're gonna get 0.5 extra damage. Now, you might be like, well, 0.5 doesn't matter. Gnawing Hunger still shreds. It won't. It won't. You can actually fight Gnawing Hunger with other guns because it doesn't immediately shred you through. It shreds through all your armor. It might still shred you across the map, but it doesn't do as much damage. So, you know, Outbreak and other pulse. I'm just a pulse rifle main. I love pulse rifles. Those are that's my preferred weapon archetype, and I'm glad that those guns can finally get some time to shine. Especially, you know what's crazy, right? Well, I know was wild, dog. So with this nerf, which by the way should have been the original buff. I don't know why they gave it 2 points. 2 points of damage, but 0.5 is way more manageable. With this buff, that means other guns like Reckless Oracle, the 720 RPM auto rifle is gonna come through and it's going to be nuts. It is going to be nuts. I promise you this. High RPM, both the high impact frame and rapid fire frame auto rifles are coming back into the meta, and they're gonna be super useful. Hey yo, RP my boy Ringing Nail, but don't worry, we'll find your successor. But yeah, this is great. This I've been waiting for this nerf for 2 whole seasons, dog. You don't understand. Everybody uses Gnawing Hunger, right? If you never played Crucible meta, you've played PVE meta, and you're using Gnawing Hunger. Why? Because it's the best gun in the video game. There's no comparison. It shreds through literally everything. Why does it get 43 bullets? Who knows? Why does it get Overflow Rampage? We don't know. It just, that gun is stupid, and I'm glad it's getting nerfed. Anyway, back to scout rifles. Scout rifles have a reasonable time to kill and can't be adjusted too much without making them dominate the battlefield, so we're making them a little easier to use. Increase how much each point of aim assist stat widens the aim assist cone. At maximum, the aim assist cone is 15% wider. Okay, they just gave scout rifles more aim assist. That's really about it. I'm pretty sure that might be later in the thingamajiggy. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter because Night's Watch still 3 taps. I'm pretty sure from headshot kills, which is nice, and that's pretty cool. Anyway, so here's what we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. So heavy rocket launchers. The heavy weapon currently has very low reserves. We're adjusting that. We expect to take another look at rocket launchers in a future season. Alright, cool. Rocket launcher buffs. I'm down with rocket launcher buffs. Increase the reserves from 1 or 2 rockets depending on inventory stat. I didn't realize there was a separate inventory stat, but I guess you can slap on a backup plug on. Wait, can you even do backup plug on rocket launchers? If you can, it's pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hot. It's pretty hot. Anyway, we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. So perks. Outlaw. Outlaw, the reload speed felt insignificant on certain subfamilies and combination of roles. Aggressive hand cannons. Increase the reload stat bonus from 50 reload to plus 70 reload. Nice. Anyway, so then we got Merciless. An increased inventory stat from 36 to 55. This increases the reserve ammo. Nice. Alright, cool. So Merciless is getting buffed. We get more inventory space. Now we got some more spiciness. You know what I mean? Another gun that needs to get nerfed into the ground, even though it's getting sunset. I do not care. It deserves to be nerfed into the ground. Mountaintop. We've had a ton of feedback that Mountaintop feels a bit over the top in Crucible modes. This pinnacle weapon has had ample time to shine, so we're taking it down a notch. Specific pain points. One-shot body shot with infinite range. Quick and easy cleanup on wounded guardians, even around corners. Deals high splash damage, rewarding players for inaccuracy. Perfect in-air accuracy allows airborne guardians to rain down death. And there's not much grounded guardians can do to respond. Yup, that's it. Mountaintop sucks. A gun is freaking stupid. But anyway, here are the changes intended to address these points. Reduce the splash damage by 33%. Increase impact damage such that the total damage is 5% lower than it was before. So, if we're reading this correctly, they increase the impact damage, but reduce the splash damage. So, what I'm pretty sure even if you get hit with an impact of Mountaintop, it still leaves you with 5% of your HP left. If I'm reading that one correctly. So it's not a one-shot body shot. It's not a one-shot body shot, yeah. So they also reduce, also with their 33% damage reduction to the splash damage, you can't just shoot people around the corner and guarantee a kill. So that's also great. Also, let's see what we got here. Reduce the projectile velocity of micro missile from 1.4 to 1.2. An example, now 20% faster than other breach grenade launchers instead of 40. Great, they reduce how fast it goes, which is amazing, honestly. Damage reduction, and they reduce the speed of the freaking missile. Man, thank God, because Jesus Christ, that gun is stupid. That gun is terrible. It is not fun to play against. Also reduced in-air accuracy. Now there is significant projectile error while in the air, around 7 degrees without Icarus grip and substantially with less. So Yeah, man. They're nerfing it in the air, so you can't just like jump up into the air or fly through the air and just mountaintop anymore. They reduce the impact, the splash damage, which means they uh so that you don't get blasted immediately, and but you still be at low health if you get hit with a direct shot from it. And they reduce the projectile velocity, so hey man, you can actually still dodge this and be able to fight. So hey man, I'm fine with that. I don't care if it's getting sunset and it's getting nerfed. Man, that's great. I haven't touched Mountaintop since the start of the season. Why? Because that gun is not fun to use. It's not. It's not interesting. It's not fun. So they keep nerfing it. This is what I like to see. This is what I like to see. So we got Fallen Guillotine reduce the heavy attack damage by 24% to bring it in line with other swords. Note, Fallen Guillotine will continue to be slightly above average, just not to the extent that it is now. So hey man, you can still sword Riven, but it won't be as easy because Jesus Christ, Fallen Guillotine is stupid. It's really dumb, and being able to literally shred. You can one phase the failings in prophecy with Fallen Guillotine right now. I've done it. It's stupid. I'll be honest with you. It's really stupid. But hey, it's getting nerfed. Anyway, uh, as long as stuff is getting nerfed, so that like other stuff we were able to use other weapons, I'm totally fine with it, dog. That's totally fine with me. Mida multi tool and Mida mini tool. The Mida mini tool move the Mida synergy to trait to an intrinsic trait similar to how the Baroque version works. Added the following perks: it gets hip fire grip and it gets kill clip. Nope. There'll be an issue with the masterwork on this weapon that prevents it from being upgraded. This will be fixed in a later update. Okay, cool. The gunsmith will now begin selling the version of this weapon on November 10th with no. Oh, bro, that's crazy! I missed that. I missed it last time. The gunsmith will begin selling a version of this weapon on November 10th with no infusion cap. Oh, that's sick, dude! I love that. I love that. I can't wait to farm Mida mini tools. Bro, ah man, I love Mida. Mida's great. Especially with the Mida ornament that turns the triangle to a dot. It's great. It's great. I gotta get my Mida freaking catalyst. So I'm gonna be working on that, dog. I'm gonna be working on that. I'm gonna get that before the end of the season. I'm gonna get that before the end of the season. Anyway, Storm and Drain. Drain. Moved it together forever trait to the intrinsic, similar to how the Baroque. Wait! Storm is getting buffed. Storm is getting buffed. Oh boy, yo, that gun is gonna be nuts. That gun is gonna be nuts, dude. Okay, hold on. I'm excited. I'm just really excited now. Moved it together forever trait to the intrinsic, similar to how the Baroque version works. Added the following perks: accurized round and moving target. Note that there's an issue with the masterwork of this weapon that prevents it from being upgraded. This will be fixed in a later update. The gunsmith will begin selling a version of this weapon November 10th with no infusion cap. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Bro, I'm so excited, right? Cause hold on. Cause Storm is a 110. And it's getting converted to 120. And it's getting more damage. It's getting more range. Bro. Oh man, this is gonna be awesome. Man, I love it. Storm is gonna be sick. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I missed that. I missed that when I read this last night. This is why I like going through the 12 toys. Storm and Drain is gonna be sick. Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to do Storm and Drain builds, dude, next season. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Ruinous Effigy, Transmutation Spheres. Reduce the damage of all aerial melees by 25%. Great. Significantly reduce the damage of the drain effect on enemy combatants. Great. Because honestly, just walking around and just blocking stuff and there not being any drawback from that is pretty hot. Is them nerfing that is pretty hot. Because deadass right now, all you do is you just block. Like everything gets suppressed and you block, and that's all that matters. So I'm down with Ruinous Effigy become more of a support trace rifle. which is fine. There's still no trace rifle support, dog. Like, come on, cuz we need a trace rifle scavenger, man. Man, I want trace rifle support so bad. Anyway, uh, yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's a good change. Good change. Good change. Don't worry. When the official patch notes come out, we're gonna be out here. We're gonna be out here. We're gonna be out here. Anyway, Arbalest no longer strikes shields multiple times, but its efficiency against shielded targets have been increased. Uh, that I didn't know about. No longer strikes shields multiple. I'm not sure what exactly this means. I haven't used Arbalest in a long time, but the efficiency against shielded targets has been increased. So I'm assuming that they should give Arbalest ATB, but I'm assuming that this means that the Arbalest will do more shielded damage than it currently does now, and it might not pierce shields. That's I'm just guessing. This thing is not clear, and I haven't used Arbalest in a long time, so I'm not sure with that. But hey, um, also we got Jade Rabbit. Instead of armor piercing rounds, is getting high cal rounds, and fix an issue with this that could prevent this exotic perk from triggering. So hold on, I'm actually going to do something quickly, right? High. I know armor piercing round goes through enemy targets. High caliber rounds. Destiny 2. I just want to know what exactly. Uh, isn't it on Light GG? Yeah, I can check it on Light GG. All right, so I'm checking it now. Oh, so high caliber rounds significantly shoots from this weapon, knock a target back further, and slightly increases range. Okay, so it's just getting more range. Oh, that's fine. That's cool. It's getting 5 more range. That's fine. It's whatever. Some of these changes look pretty hefty. We're looking forward to seeing your reactions when first seeing the aggressive hand cannons will be shifted to 120 RPM. I wonder if it would be enough to push them into the hands of my guardian. I can safely say after quite a few play tests, I have a bunch of new favorite hand cannons that have been waiting for their time to shine. Now let's take a look at the new hotness coming to a lighthouse near you. Oh yeah, this part is also very interesting. Oh man, this is gonna be nuts. Keep your eyes peeled. We out here. We out here. Anyway, before we let our friends on the development team go, we have a few more details concerning weapons to share with you. A few months back, we announced the return of Adept weapons to Trials experience. Today, we'll be spending some time getting you reacquainted with these tools of destruction and how they lay the groundwork for our future Adept weaponry. While these weapons are similar to in name to the Adept of Destiny 1, there's some added elements to embrace the weapon systems of Destiny 2. With that, we pass the mic over to the development team to give you a full rundown. Hello. Beginning Beyond Light, all existing Trials weapons have Adept versions. Our intent is for all new Trials weapons to have an Adept version in the future, with their infusion caps matching the season they were introduced in. For our first round of Adepts, their infusion caps will be set to that of Season of the Worthy. So that's I'm pretty sure Season of the Worthy Adept infusion cap is 1360. I'm pretty sure it's 1360. For the first round of Adepts, their fusion caps will be set to that of Season Worthy. Additionally, we'll be introducing Adept weapon mods into the sandbox in Beyond Light, which can only be applied to Adept weaponry. Neato. So, right, that sounds normal until we get to the actual Adept weapons. So, Adept weapons. Here's how Adept weapons differ from base weapons. Masterworking an Adept weapon grants additional stats. 10 for the primary stat as usual, the specific masterwork of the weapon, and 3 in all alternate stats. That includes impact. That includes impact. That includes impact. Anyway, Adept weapons can now Adept weapons can use either a standard weapon mod or an Adept weapon mod earned when going flawless. So remember, you can only get the Adept weapons by going flawless. You can only go flawless. So there's now incentive to not just farm 3 wins. You have to go flawless. A unique Adept shader will be made for these weapons. Note that these shaders are not awarded as a consumable when dismantling the adept weapons. Such, they cannot be applied to also other pieces of gear. So here's what we got. We got a picture of our adept weaponry. So, all right. So sorry about that. There's a lot of stuff happening, and usually it doesn't happen on Friday mornings, but but it's whatever. Anyway, adept weapon mods. These mods can come in two varieties: weapon stat boost, which gives 10 in a particular stat in a similar way to masterwork stamp. Example: adept range. Versions of some existing mods grant improved bonuses, but with a downside version of those mods explained below. So you got adept mag plus 40 magazine minus 20 handling, while backup plug gives you 30 magazine. All right, so essentially you can right you can get a summoner, right? We're gonna talk about the summoner right quick. With a masterwork, with a range masterwork, so it gets 10 extra, plus you get 3 in every stat, and then there's an adept mod that gives you an extra 10. And I think it just means it gives you 3 in all alternative stats. So you can have a plus 20 range summoner with rangefinder, which it can get, and still have 3 extra damage and impact. So yeah, balance. Bro, I don't know, dog. Adept range is gonna be this. Adept range is gonna be insane, dog. I don't know about this one, dog. I really don't know about this one. But anyway, acquisition. To earn adept weapons and adept weapon mods, a player must complete a flawless trials passage and open the flawless chest at the lighthouse. Each week, a different adept mod can drop from the flawless chest. Adept weapon mods will be on a weekly rotation, so a given mod may not make its appearance until later in the season. The mod is unlocked for the use. The mod is unlocked for use on owned adept weapons when acquired. Adept weapons will be available from flawless chests on a bi-weekly basis, alternating with armor drops. Good. The first adept weapon acquired on a given week is a pinnacle drop. So your first one is pinnacle, but you can also farm them. And if you reset your trial passage and get another flawless run, so adept weapon mods will be on a set rotator, so players may continue to alternate roles on specific adept weapons when completing flawless passages get throughout any given weekend. Nice. So as you can see, for those who reach the lighthouse, your loot is about to get a little bit more spicy. While adept rewards are coming first, we also have trials armor refresh planned for a future season after the stardust is settled from Beyond Light. With that, we've come to an end to our sandbox preview leading up to Beyond Light. Some of you may have asked, wait a minute, what about abilities? In 3 short weeks, abilities you have come to know and master will be challenged by the darkness. Stasis will make its debut, bringing a new flavor of combat to the sandbox. The team will be watching closely as you embark on your first strikes, gambit matches, crucible exercise to see how your ability stacks up against each other. It's going to be a wild time, and we're excited to see the light clash with the dark. So we got Prime Time continues. This is all your Prime Reward stuff. Cypher, because of the loss, has reached its halfway mark. Dusty player supporters will keep an eye out on scary bugs, which approach as we approach the final days of the event. We found blah blah blah. This is all stuff that's going away. Shadow, Reckoner, which I got. Black Armory, Destinations, Wayfarer, Lore, Chronicle, Forerunner. Blah blah blah. The Convergence ornament for the transfer step clips through the front of some of the Warlock robes. Yeah. So yeah, we got that, and then we got Movie of the Week. And then we got this last part. So let's give it a last run through. The days are continuing to go shorter here in Seattle. Pretty soon, Destiny won't be the only thing about the darkness. For one, we can't wait. Only 2 more 12 stand between you and Europa. And before you go, we've seen a lot of questions in the wild of how bounties, currencies, and progression systems will be updated Beyond Light. We're currently working to get that info together and making sure that everything is functional. So this isn't a Prepper's Guide to the Galaxy, mind you. Just a heads up on how these systems are changing. Our current plans is to cover those topics in next week. Nice. So actually, my homeboy was just asking about that, and that's going to be covered next week. So we got a TWAB next week. Yay! Guaranteed. Our current plan is to cover those topics next week. The most frequent question we're seeing right now are concerns about bounties and whether they will be cleared at the start of next season. Most of your bounties will stay intact, but any bounties tied to specific seasonal activities or content entered the Destiny content vote will be removed on November 10th. Examples would include Black Armory, Gambit Prime, Festival of the Lost bounties. Additionally, any bounties that grant permission towards Infamy Valor may negatively impact your powerful rewards as they have been limited to the season of arrival power levels. Our recommendation is just go ahead and claim your bounties just to make sure that you don't miss out on any XP or Glimmer. More to come next week. See you then. So yeah, we've got our Twabarino for week 10/22, 2020. There's a lot of good stuff here. A lot of good stuff. I like a lot of the changes. I'm very happy. I am satisfied. Let me know in the comment sections. Are you happy and satisfied about the changes coming through? Did you hear the blender in the background of this video? Because I sure did. And yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Who knows when that's gonna be? You already know. We are out here vibing, doing the damn thing. So I'm gonna catch you guys later. Bye.